Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nashley, and today's video we are talking about 38 weeks of pregnancy. Stay tuned. I always start these videos by telling you that I'm almost the week after. 38 weeks and 6 days. So I'm almost 39 weeks and I have lived through week 38 of pregnancy, and I am here to share with you what has happened. Before I get into that, take some time to find me on Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram handle here and just click follow when you find me, and I will keep you posted there. Do some bump dates there too, random pictures, and as soon as I'm in labor, you'll probably know first through there. So if you're interested in keeping up with that, give me a follow. At week 38, your baby is about 19.6 inches in length, and they're weighing about 6.8 pounds. So if we wanted to compare them to a vegetable or a fruit, they're the size of a winter melon. So your baby really right now is doing very last minute growing and maturing, so their lungs are still maturing up until the moment of birth. They should be head down, and if they haven't dropped into your pelvis yet, they should be making their way down. Their organs are fully developed, their eyes are also developed, and they can either be like gray, blue, or brown, and the color of their eyes will be finalized by that 1 year mark. But that's pretty much it. I think baby is really just trying to prepare for the big moment where they're gonna meet you. So we're just sitting here waiting, and yeah. So let's get into my symptoms, because this week has been tough for sure. I am exhausted. I am so tired. And I'm just really pregnant. I'm really pregnant. I have a 1-year-old, and she is just lively as ever. She is running everywhere, making messes, doing everything. So I'm trying to keep up with her, trying to keep up with all of my house chores and, housewife duties, and grow a human. So it is starting to get really overwhelming, especially with the levels of energy that I'm having. So what I've been doing is just breaking things into smaller tasks, just because it's just easier to accomplish in that way. So if I have to clean the bathrooms, one day I will clean the sink and wipe the mirrors, the next day I'll clean the toilet, and the following day I clean the bathtubs. And that's just the way that I'm doing it, so that it's not super overwhelming and I'm not exhausted and just burnt out from doing a big task like cleaning a bathroom. This week I have been feeling a lot more pressure on my pelvic floor. She hasn't fully dropped yet, but she is sitting lower in my pelvis and she is head down, so that's awesome. But it's been just an incredible amount of pressure that I've been feeling down there. Sneezing, coughing, all of those things is just, I could just feel like it just is so sensitive. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, a lot of pelvic floor pressure. I've actually been sleeping a little bit better in terms of when I fall asleep pretty hard. I think it's just because I'm so exhausted, and thankfully, my husband's here with me, so that if the baby wakes up crying and I don't hear it, he wakes up and he gets her. But I do get up to go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a night still. And I do wake up to switch from side to side, because it is a whole event. I have to shimmy over, flop over to the other side and then to the other side when I'm ready. Yeah, it's a whole event. I've also been experiencing period cramping. And usually I get that with a Braxton Hicks or a contraction, and I think that's just my body preparing itself, practicing for labor, because they're actually pretty intense and I do feel pain with the contractions, especially when it's accompanied by those period cramping sensations. So we're getting there, I just don't know when. Her movements are feeling maybe more coordinated and more stretching, like she's running out of room and she's trying to make room. So I just had my 38-week appointment, and then next week I'm gonna have my 39-week appointment, and I'm sure that if I go past the 40 weeks, they're gonna wanna see me at 40 weeks. So the appointments are now weekly. I do have an induction date, 29th of January, 41 weeks then. And so if the baby doesn't come before then, I will be induced. And it's not the first time I was induced with my first. And I'm hoping that I can go into labor naturally, but if I don't, you know, I know the ropes of induction, so it wasn't a bad labor experience. Either way, we're gonna get to meet her by the end of January. I have noticed new stretch marks, especially on the bottom of my belly, and I think I hadn't noticed them just because I can't see the bottom of my belly, but I think my daughter never really dropped until the very last moment. So I don't know that my body experienced carrying a baby as low as it's carrying it now. So I also think my linea negra has gotten darker, but surprisingly it's not as dark as it was the first time. So interesting to note. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like postpartum. And now I'm gonna answer some questions, so let's get right into it. There have been lots of requests for a part 2 of the pre-pregnancy clothes challenge, and I think I might try to do it just trying on the same clothes that I did in that video and just seeing like the progression of what they fit like now. And only because I didn't throw my clothes away. I like donated them. If they were in poor condition, then I threw them away. But I ended up donating a lot of my pre-baby body clothes just because it was a lot of crop tops, things that just didn't fit, or things that I wasn't interested in wearing. So that's the reason why it's just taken me a longer time, because I just wasn't sure if you guys were interested in seeing like new clothes, like clothes that you hadn't seen before, or if the same clothes would be okay. And so I think what I'm getting is that it's okay if I use the same clothes that I did in that first video. So I'm just gonna do that again, and hopefully it does induce labor, because I remember it was difficult then, and I'm sure it's gonna be difficult now. And so then you can expect that video next Sunday. I'm gonna try to film it this weekend and then edit it just in case I go into labor next week. I'll have the video ready and load it up for you. Another question was, thank you so much for the compliments, I love that. How has my husband been bonding with the baby? If I have any tips, and I should try the baby mama dance video. That's fine. I might try doing that. I have heard that it helps with labor. I don't know if my husband might want to be a part of it. He might not be, I don't know, but we'll see. That's a great idea for sure. My husband talks to the baby, he feels her when she's moving, he'll like poke at her, and she'll most of the time kick him right back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hi Alicia. She was asking me if I'm having a harder time getting out of bed in the morning. And girl, yes. Yes, I am. It's so hard. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to sleep in. Please don't bother me. I don't want to. But you guys, I have a little baby. My daughter's 14 months old, and I have to get up. Like, I can't just let her just sit in her crib. So I have to get up. Sometimes she'll sleep in 7:30, 8 o'clock. And that's great, because I think my body is now used to waking up early anyway. So by 8 o'clock, my body is just naturally awake. Do I want to get out of bed? No, I don't, but I do, because she needs me. I also had a question on how much weight I've gained and how round my belly is. So yes, I have gained weight. I am currently at 38 pounds. Heavier than when I started. So I am heavier than I was with my first. I think I only gained 32 or 33 pounds with my first. This time I've gained 38 pounds. And then how big around is my belly? So I got a measuring tape. Let's find out. Because I'm curious too. This belly is a big belly. So we're gonna slit her, and I'm just gonna measure around where my belly button is. And we are, well, almost 40, oh gosh, 45 and a half, you guys. Yeah, a little bit under 44 and a half. Around. That's incredible. And those were all the questions I had. Thank you guys for interacting with me. I love it. Keep the questions coming. If I make it to 40 weeks, I will be answering more questions on my 40-week update. And yeah, so let's get into the bump shot, because I know that's what you guys are all here for. I have worn this dress before. It still fits. It's pretty comfortable and stretchy. This is what we look like from the front at 38 weeks, and this is what we're looking like at 38 weeks pregnant. Like I said, I'm really like 39 weeks. I'm turning 39 weeks tomorrow. But yes, she is full on present. I have like a little something that I want to say, just because it needs to be said. The opportunity of growing a human within my body is an incredible experience. I am so fortunate and so blessed that I'm able to carry a baby full term, that she's healthy, that I'm healthy, and that there haven't been any complications with this pregnancy. I also want to appreciate the fact that every woman carries their babies differently. I attend a yoga class, and there's women there that are in their third trimester about to give birth, and they don't look like they're pregnant. I'm like, where is the baby hiding? Like, where is the baby? Because their bellies are so small. But there's women who are in the middle range, there's women who are on the larger side, and you know, they have bigger bellies. And so I love that women are able to carry babies differently and have different experiences doing the same thing. And so yeah, I just wanted to bring awareness that everybody's journey is different. We all have the same end goal, which is to have a baby, but everybody's experience is different. Everybody's going to look different. Everybody's going to feel different, and that's beautiful. And we should be encouraging each other and elevating each other and just showing lots of love and support. I applaud you, mama, for carrying your baby just the way that you are, just like I applaud myself for carrying this baby just the way that I am. That's really all I had to say. I just really had that in my heart, and I wanted to let it out, okay? I am very excited about giving birth again. I feel like I am so ready. Whenever this girl's ready, I'm ready. I'm like, you need to make the move, make it, do it, get there, because I'm ready. So of course, you guys, find me on Instagram. I will keep you posted there. If I go into labor or if anything happens, that's probably the first place you want to check to see any progress, any kind of event that's happening in my life. You'll see it there. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and of course, hit that bell notification so that you're notified when I post a new video. I hope to make it to 40 weeks and give you an update at 40 weeks. So if you have questions for me, leave them down below, and I will be sure to answer them at my 40-week update if I make it to 40 weeks. All right. I will see you on the next one. Bye.